go.
Yeah, we here. So we are here. The Killing Rashidi in the building.
Ocean's 11 African American version. All right.
So today's topic, we're talking about the high price of waiting. So what does that mean? What are we talking about with that?
Yeah, man. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, man, doing things at the last minute and not preparing properly is going to cost you a lot of money. Anything you're not prepared for is going to cost you money. You know, perfect example. You know, we had yesterday. Yesterday, as a team, we had some things we had to get done. We did a shoot somewhere. We had to pay for parking, and we were running behind schedule a little bit, so we weren't prepared for time. And instead of it costing $30 a park, it cost a grand total of $90 a park. Why? Because we weren't prepared properly. Had we put in the proper time to prepare, we'd all went in one vehicle. So doing things at the last minute and waiting till the last minute is gonna cost you money, no matter what you're doing in life. The simplest things. Right. You're about to go out, you forget to eat something before you go out. It's 9-10 o'clock. You don't eat at that time. Instead of preparing the meal and bringing it with you, like, I don't eat this time anyway. Now you're outside till 3-4 o'clock. Now you done spend $50 on a meal because you didn't prepare before. You know what I mean? So the gist of it is that you can't wait to the last minute to do stuff. It's always going to cost you money.
Yes, that's a real thing. I mean, even if you have, let's say if you have a business deal, you got to be somewhere at 12 p.m. You plan to leave at 10:30. Get there by 11:30, give you a half an hour. But for some reason, you didn't calculate that there'll be some traffic. It could be a holiday, it could be something special going on, but you don't plan for the traffic. It just ends up happening. So now you getting there at 11:30, now you're getting there actually at 12. Now you don't actually have time to prepare for that meeting. And so it always costs you more. Why? Because if you're not prepared for that meeting, that person that you're meeting with may not take you seriously because you're not actually giving the information that's required for them to even do business with you because you're unprepared. Why? Because you took too long to actually get there and prepare yourself. There's a lot of things that it can cost you. Even when it comes down to what we do, even with insurance, the older you get to get insurance, the more it's going to cost you when you do get the policy. If somebody gets a policy at age 30 versus getting it at age 45 or 50, those premiums look completely different. Why? Because you waited, and what they base their insurability off of is your age and health. Don't get me wrong, but more importantly, your age. So if the longer you wait, the more it's going to cost you in life in general. Even if you they may have certain sales on certain items or certain products in the mall or Amazon or wherever you may shop. But those deals are only there for a limited amount of time.
Yep.
And if you don't take advantage of those deals, then it's going to cost you more because now you have to pay the standard price that they're originally charging, but because you take advantage of that time frame. So it's always a high cost of waiting, no matter what you're doing in life. It's always going to cost you more. Either it's going to cost you more money, or it's going to cost you more time, based off of the situation.
And to piggyback off of that, you have to distinguish. There is a difference between waiting and patience. Meaning the same example Kadeem gave. If you're being patient and waiting for a sale, that's strategic. You're being patient until the Thanksgiving Black Friday sale comes up, the Christmas sale comes up. Now, versus you waiting and not preparing for them, so those sales to come around, and now you don't have the money to go get those sales because you waited too long to save the money to prepare for those sales. Now you got to wait till after the sale's done and pay full price, hence cost you more money. So waiting is always going to cost you more money, no matter how you slice it, if you're not preparing.
Correct. That is correct.
That's crazy. So do you think that people are waiting, just in general, sometimes, I guess I would say, because they figure, well, maybe the price will be different, like later, or maybe I don't have enough money now. Like, what do you think that is the reason why people be waiting?
I think it's a variable of all those things. Sometimes, the time should be now, but you just don't have the money. So you'll wait a little longer. Because sometimes, certain products, if you give it some time, because you gave it some time. Now that price has dropped versus something that comes out right away. They're going to charge that high premium price because it's a new product. So they're going to charge, that premium price. But then if you wait some time, now that price has dropped. So it could be majority of times when people wait, a lot of times it's because of the money factor. They just don't have the money to pay for it at that moment.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's but also, I think sometimes too, it's like it's kind of like also mentality too, I think, as far as people are used to putting things off, what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then put those things off, it's kind of like it sort of rolls into like, what you do just in general, you know what I'm saying? Of like putting things off in the first place, you know what I'm saying? So, it rolls into like this particular thing too, you know what I'm saying? As far as like putting it off. And then, so I think when it comes to that, and then things are going to be expensive later, and you put it off again, and then shit's never going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. It's waiting.
Stop doing that.
It's procrastination. People procrastinate, and people think that they actually have more time than they really actually truly do have. Mm-hmm. And that's a real thing. And that's why we always go back to, preparation is key. Mm-hmm. Think about the things when you have your free time. A lot of times I'll put it to you like this. We've done like a test, right? Look at your phone. How much time do you actually spend on social media? And not us, because we're content creators. Let's say if you're not a content creator and you're just scrolling all day, how much time do you use towards that? Whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, I guarantee it. It's at minimum 2 to 3 hours a day. And with those minimum 2 to 3 hours a day, that's time that a person could be prepping for their next day, for their next meeting, for their next prep their meal for work, whatever it is, but they're not utilizing their time properly. And that's the biggest thing. Procrastination mixed with the lack of preparation. Those are the two things, the two keys that people are, not, it costs them more. They're not getting ahead because of those specific things. They don't have good time management.
Right.
And that's why it always costs them more. I was watching this video. Elon Musk, right?
Right.
He created, and I don't know if it's him specifically, but he's part of some company that they've created underground tunnels, right? To where you can travel through them, to where you're going like 125 miles per hour. The reason why they created this because of the gridlock in California. They don't want to be waiting anymore to get to their destination. So now they're allowed to travel underground, and it'll literally get them to their destination, in a quarter of the time. Imagine traveling underground. Like the car is literally, like think about the car like how our MTA system is with the trains, right? How it's just traveling fast. Underground, and you get to your destination in the quarter of the time.
Right.
Because he understands that, he doesn't have time to wait. He must get to his destination at a certain point in time, because then he's losing money if he doesn't get to his destination at a certain time. He can't afford to be, so, and that's the idea. That's the whole concept of it. He's prepared by going underground. He says, forget all this gridlock. I'm not waiting. So it may take you an hour to get to your destination. I'll be there in 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and this is the things that, that we're talking about. It's all about the preparation, and it works every single time. Every single time. And I think you said it one time before, Mr. Locario, as far as like, let's say if you have to be somewhere at 12 p.m., right? Don't try to be there at 12.
Right.
You got to almost kind of trick yourself to leave to where you have to be there at 11.
Right.
Because how the brain works, you're going to naturally, quote unquote, be a little late, but then you'll actually be earlier on time.
Right.
And a lot of people don't do that. They actually always think they have more time, and they don't consider the factors or the variables of life itself and what can go wrong. Murphy's Law. What can go wrong will go wrong.
Bro, I used to have an associate, because he wasn't really my friend, but I used to have an associate. The nigga used to fucking schedule down to the minute. How, like, oh yeah, so I'm gonna get to the train station at this time so I could catch the 11 something train, and then it'll so I get to work right on time. And I used to look at him and I'm like, nigga, what's wrong with you? Like, why would you not give yourself a little bit of time? And he would, and you know what would be crazy, because he was a roommate, and I used to always see him rushing out the house. And I'm like, what? Like, why would you live your life like that? Not just wake up 20, 15 minutes early and get to work 5-10 minutes early, so you can relax, brother.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
Like, rushing out the house, like he can't even say what up or nothing. Like, just I never understood my life. I never understood that for my life, where people try to scare, like you don't live in the real world and know that life be lifing and shit could go. The train late, somebody fucking gets sick on the train and you gotta wait and this and that and that and this, and then now you gotta explain to your boss, oh yeah, I'm late because of this or I'm late because of that. Like, come on, man, what's wrong with you?
Right. And I tell people that all the time. Like, I care, but business does not care that you're late. Yeah. The time is the time. And I always stress that, to our team, to the people that we work with. I care about you. I care that there was something, going wrong in, with your family. I care that, your daughter wasn't feeling well. You had to take that extra half an hour to make sure she was okay. I do. But the business does not care. And that's, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I stress to the fact that, like, it's super important. One, the communication has to be at an all-time high. What's going on? Two, you still have to make it your business to where even if you don't show up, you have to still put somebody in your place to where that person is going to show up and speak on your behalf. There has to be some type of substitution there, because, things still have to go on. And if I'm relying on you to be that person, to be there, and then you're not there, that's an issue in itself. You get what I'm saying? So, a lot of things can go wrong, when people just.
I like that. I
yeah,
care.
man. Yeah. I
care. Really? Look, man, shout out to your moms, and your sick sister. And I care, bro. Let me tell you something. This business.
Yeah. It's the truth. It's all numbers. The numbers doesn't have, the numbers don't care.
That's true though. You said, can I call in? Miles, you got your phone on?
Let me get it on. Let me get it. My bad. I didn't have it on because niggas don't be calling in, so I ain't even bother to open it. This one. Hold on. Let me see.
Well, yeah, you guys can call in. Call number is 919
Ross Monroe.
919-647-9392. 919-647-9392 is the number. So call.
Phone lines are on now. Y'all could call in. Go ahead. Yeah, call in. Yeah, man.
But no, that's real shit though, about about how the business doesn't care, because it's just like anything. Like, if you was to tell a person, hey, if a person's working at a job, right? They don't care that their boss is sick or the payroll. They want check after 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely. That's so. You know what I mean? That's the part I think people got to understand, that that's just how it is. You know what I mean?
All right. We got 443. You're on live with the Money Game Show. What's up?
Yeah, what's up, Miles? It's Rashad from the chat.
All right. What's going on? How old are you?
What's up, Macario? What's up, everybody else?
What's up?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Just had a quick little.
Okay. Listen clearly, sir. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 24 from Maryland, DMV.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Go ahead.
All right. My money was so y'all taught me about buying things on deals and stuff, and not always having to pay for a price. What about stocking up items that are necessities ahead of time, like water bottles? Like, say for instance, you drink water and you eat every day. Are you saving money by buying water in bulk, a bunch of it, than just buying one at a time?
Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to do that. That's the goal, because we know prices fluctuate all the time. So, to your point, you want to buy water bottles, whatever, in bulk at all times. So you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it at a discounted price, at a wholesale price, which is you're gonna save. You want to utilize that for items, to your point, that you can't do that with. You can't do that with vegetables. So,
Right.
you can do that with water, canned goods, certain frozen foods. So absolutely you want to do that. That is the goal, is being able to afford to do that, because it saves you way more money up front and on the back end.
Correct. And then just to kind of piggyback off that, it also depends on your utilization of that product.
Mm-hmm.
So now if you buy more in bulk, but then you're using 2 to 3 to 4 more times of that product. So let's just talk about the water. Let's just say if you naturally buy 2 bottles of water a day, but then if you buy it in bulk now you're drinking 4 or 5 bottles of water a day. It didn't help.
Yeah.
Because you've utilized it more. The usage was higher versus you staying at that exact amount, because it's going to last you a lot longer throughout the course of time if you stick with those 2 bottles of water a day versus doubling up on that, if that makes sense.
And that's why I was going to ask, because what about, we know water is needed, right? But what about this? Like for me, I smoke weed or something. Say for somebody that smokes cigarettes, what about buying those things in bulk to save them money? Vices and negative things, not positive essentials. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now you should be getting it at a discounted price. Again, anything you buy in wholesale, anything that you buy in bulk, you should be getting at a discounted price.
Correct.
If you're getting something in bulk, you're not getting wholesale at a better price. That's on you, not shopping around, to be honest with you. So even with cigarettes, I'm pretty sure if you're getting cigarettes in bulk, you get a better price. You know what I mean? So no, so it's absolutely about just putting in the extra effort to get that product at that price point, especially in buying wholesale. The more money you spend is the more money you're going to save in every format in business, whether it's a credit card. You know what I mean? If you have good credit and you get a better credit card, they're going to give you better interest rates. They're going to give you better rewards. Anything you do, the more you spend, the more you get. That's why they have rewards program. That's why you have BJ's, Costco. Every aspect of life, the more you spend, the more you're willing to spend, the more deals are to be got.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You have gas stations. You have rewards membership with the gas stations. Every single aspect of life, you will get a deal if you're spending more money, especially with that establishment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But see,
okay, you answered my question.
But the thing is responsibility though.
Yeah.
Because like you said, if you start ordering water in bulk, but then you start drinking more water, I mean, you got to see, drinking more water is not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing.
I know,
but at the same time,
that's why I was thinking about vices.
Yeah, but at the same time, you gotta know, you gotta have a plan for everything. You gotta have a certain level of responsibility for everything that you're doing. So even if you start buying weed or cigarettes in bulk, you still have to be responsible and know, okay, I'm not gonna smoke more than a pack a day if that's what I smoke. You see what I'm saying? You still got to be responsible and sensible with your usage, right? You have a plan and be responsible. So, because for example, I know everybody on this panel, even you, Rashad from the chat. I know you've heard a woman come home and say, "Oh yeah, I got this on sale."
Yeah.
Right. But there's never after she bought whatever she bought on sale, she never put the money that she saved in the fucking bank account though.
It
was useless. Like, oh, I saved $24 because I got this half price. Okay, so the money that you saved, why I didn't see no change in the bank account?
That's what I was wondering, is they try to get you to just spend more money.
Exactly. So you got to be careful. You have to be careful. Like for example, I shop at this grocery store, and they be saying they say shit like 2 for $3, right? Now, you think that you have to buy 2 to pay $3. All they're saying is that each one is $1.50. Because when you go to the register, you start ringing your shit up. And that's it. That's one of the good parts about self checkout these days. You start to actually see the price of shit yourself. Because sometimes you think that they back there pressing some extra button. No, they're not. So you ring the shit up. So you're like, yeah, buy three for $5 or 3 for $6. Each one of them costs $2. You only had to buy 1 or 2 if you really wanted to buy 1 or 2. You didn't have to 3. Each
Right.
one costs $2, but it's like, 3 for $6. And it's like, no, it's just like a lot of times they use these little mechanisms. Like instead of saying that something costs $2, they say it costs $1.99.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you feel like you're saving, but you end up paying $2.08 anyway because of taxes. So you know what I'm saying?
A vice is a vice. A vice is a vice. If that's a vice, you need to control that.
You need to exactly. So all of that buying in bulk and saving money and all that other shit, you still got to be responsible for your own shit. A lot of these different little mechanisms that they use for us in shopping is like a psychological trigger to responsibility away from us. You understand? You can't let that like, you know, again, like the female that saves money on a blouse. Well, yeah, they said it was half off, so I bought 3 of them. Yeah, and
Miles proving he's talking my point. That's what I was wondering. Man, he said you're not saving no money if you still wasting it.
Yeah, if you still going crazy, or if you buy the fucking pound of weed, and now you're like, God damn, nigga, I got a pound of weed. Shit, I'm gonna smoke all day now.
Right.
Saving money.
Right.
You only hit 1 blunt a day, right? But now you smoking all fucking day.
With your friends and all that. You gonna
yeah, you're not saving money now. Now you're losing money.
Right.
You understand? Because you took responsibility away from your brain. So you got to be careful with that shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop in with Legacy Builders.
All right. Appreciate you. Yeah. Get your schedule your free consultation and get some things started, man. So you can start putting away some bread and get some life insurance too. How old are you?
Yeah.
You say you're 24?
24.
24? Hey, it's a good time for you to start, brother. It's a good time for you. By the time if you do it right, by the time you 30, you can have 6 figures to borrow again, my nigga. Like that's real.
Right.
Yeah, I trust y'all, so I'm gonna listen.
And here's the best part: you ain't even gotta trust us. What I'm telling you is real numbers. And if you go to Legacy Builders US, no, I'm dead serious. If you go to Legacy Builders US and get your consultation, they will show it to you. So what I'm saying is, it ain't even nothing you gotta trust. Like what we're saying is real talk. All right.
Got you.
All right, brother. Take it easy, man. Take it easy. Thanks for calling. All right. So we got I think it's 239. You're on live on a Money Game show. Name, age, city. What up?
Yo, this is Caleb 20 calling from Boca Raton.
Caleb, what's going on with you, bro? What's going on, man?
How you, bro?
All right.
Hey, I just wanted to call in and get some advice on budgeting, right? So, like, when you're spending money on groceries, when you're spending money on, even on the membership, right? How do I keep count of, like, the money that I'm spending and making sure that I'm getting closer to the goal, like my vision?
Yeah, I mean, the quickest answer is go to www.legacybuildersus.com. We actually create a budget sheet for you.
Right.
But the easy answer is really just to keep track. You got to create a sheet where a budgeting sheet where you're actually putting in all the numbers, taking the time to put it in, whether it's writing it in or using the app to put everything in, so you see what you're spending on, you see the trends that you're doing. You know, you got to put in the legwork to really track every dollar you're spending at all times. That's the only way for you to assess what you can save, how you can save, what you could cut back on. And the quick tip is print out your bank statement.
I was just about to say
Tell people all the time, print out your bank statements. You'll see how quickly what you spend on, because it's easy to swipe a debit card right now. You swipe a debit card for $2. That's nothing. But you add a $2 10 times a week. That's $20. You know, you go to Starbucks every day. You get those coffees. That's $4 a pop. You know what I mean? That's $20 a week right there. So it's just looking at a bank statement and seeing what you actually spend money on all the time. It's a big key component.
Right. Real shit.
Nah, that's valuable.
Real shit.
Check out, man.
Hold on, your phone breaking up. What are you saying?
Your phone breaking up, is over.
I was just saying, I'm gonna definitely have to check out Legacy Builders. Shout out to the panel.
All right. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
A little bit. I'll check you out on the masterclass later on. Masterclass Identity membership, man.
Oh, that's a fact. Hey,
All
y'all have a good one, though. Peace.
All right. Take it easy, killer.
All right, you too, bro.
All right. So,
yeah, man. It's good you guys calling in, man. You guys need to call in more on the show. You know what I'm saying? So I know you need some help on that type of shit too.
Facts.
So as we're winding down to the end, what's some other things that people needed to know about specifically about this, about waiting and, what people should do as far as should they, should they wait? Should they not wait? Should they figure it out? Should they get the money? Should they say, fuck it, do it now? What's the best course?
Yeah, I would say just education and weighing out the pros and cons. What I mean by that is what is the benefit of waiting and what is the benefit of being patient,
right.
And trying to understand it too. Perfect example, being in real estate, buying a house. You had a lot of people when the pandemic happened, 2019, 2020 to 2023, we're like, oh, I'm going to wait to buy a house because the house prices is too high. But at the same time, the interest rates were historically low. Now, I told many people, why are you waiting? Oh, no, the house price is too high. But yeah, the interest rate is half of what it was historically. So you're still saving money. No, I'm going to wait. Right. Meantime, I got my house at a 2.5% interest rate. And that same person that waited, now the interest rate is 7%, 8%. So what you wait for? So the house that you didn't overpay for a house, but now the interest rate is 6% higher. So because you waited, you're literally paying 3 times the amount over the course of time. So it's really just being able to decipher the pros and cons of waiting. If it makes sense to wait, yes, wait. But if it doesn't, don't, and not being nervous and being scary. A lot of times we make decisions out of fear versus facts. After you remove the emotion out of the equation, look at the facts, be logical, and make a sound decision, and also understand that there's risk in everything. A lot of times you get caught up in life talking about, oh, it's risky. You could walk outside your house and get hit by a car. It's a risk. And applying that to your life, that every day, every move you make, there's a risk in everything you do. Just not overthinking things.
And we're able to help make that calculated risk based off your specific financial need. So that's why it's important just to reach out to us, book an appointment on the website, and, we can help you out because everybody's situation is different. So when one person may need to wait a little time, somebody can be going right away. So it just depends on your situation financially and depend on your goals as well. So I would say just to reach out to us and let us know.
That's real shit. All right. So guys, make sure you guys go to legacybuildersus.com. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys check out Kaleem and Rashidi. You feel what I mean? Make sure y'all do that. All right. And we will holler at you later. Remember to peace. Oh shit.